Hello everybody, Daniel here and welcome to the new YouTube homepage. Only said because it says that at the top, as if to con you that it's good. But yeah, as you wouldn't be surprised to hear, the video today is about the YouTube homepage and how it's changed. Now, I bet a lot of you are really pissed off about it, and from what I heard in the video that I made before this, which obviously had a motive behind it, it does seem to be the case that a lot of people think it's terrible as well. Now, where do we think we got the inspiration from to make them make this? I'm guessing Facebook, and before you say it, I'm not bothered if you see my Facebook live feed, and I doubt anyone that's on it cares either. Now, as you can see, it's all quite well organised. There's vertical lines here to make everything line up straight and in a quite organised, straight, linear way. The font is quite small, and that's not been tampered with by me if you don't have a Facebook, so everything looks more compacted, a bit simpler, and overall it's still not the best looking thing in the world, but it's a damn sight better than this. Now, there's two versions of this you can have. You can either have what I've got at the moment, which is I find more useful, subscription uploads, where you literally only see uploads from people you subscribe to. So in my case, at the top there's Octane Blue there. For some reason it puts yourself down in case you've forgotten that you've uploaded a video. Don't know what that's all about, but there we are. General Secure, Top Gear, blah blah blah. Or you can have the All Activity, which really, well, if you're like me and you just accepted friends because you're a happy, friendly, helpful person, can become a bit of a mess. And I suspect what's going to happen as a result is that people are going to be a lot more stingy with their friend accepting, because if you're like me and you just accepted anyone that wanted to add you as a friend who wasn't a douchebag, you end up with all sorts of pointless crap you'd never even slightly care about. I mean, look at that. A person I don't know has liked something about a ginger kid. Not relevant to me at all, and it still tells you what you've liked. So you can see there I've liked something by Ninetales Commander because I like to check on what's going on in his world, because I'm interested. Well, I'm interested in all YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, frankly, but I digress. Now the problem is that this is quite ugly, isn't it? I mean, none of it is lined up particularly well at all, mainly because you've got to get the thumbnails of the pictures in, and the pictures are obviously quite big, else you wouldn't see what's in the thumbnail. But it's like, if I zoom out, let's see, I've got to work from, like, that's too far obviously. If it was like that you'd be unable to read it, and that would be terrible and disastrous. So if we zoom in maybe one more, yeah, let's go with this. Now this is legible for me at the screen, and I'm sat, I don't know, maybe half a metre, 2/3 of a metre away from my screen while I'm talking to you. And at the same time, I can still see what's in the thumbnails. I mean, I can still see with this video that I've not watched, that someone else has liked, that there's a guy and a bear. I can still see that much, and it's all whirly-dervish. But at the same time, because it's a bit smaller, it looks more organised. Whether that'll be a future improvement of this, I do not know, because it's what Facebook did. Maybe YouTube will copy. Facebook, if you recall, if you had one, started with much bigger font than it has now, and it would end up blocking your entire screen, and it'd be a nightmare to read, and it looked really, really, really ugly, as opposed to a bit ugly, but not so bad now. Now, if I zoom back in, I want to show you what the consensus of people thought. Now, we'll go to my video that it says there, but I don't want to add myself an extra view. I'm not an arrogant twat. Here we are, I've got 6 comments, so that's one more than I started the recording with. Let's see, what does it say? When I watch a video, it still remains on my front page until I hit the X. Oh, so he's had a technological problem. I'm going to ignore that one for now, and I'll probably answer him later. Now, let's see from the other, well, I know at least 4 of the 5 comments that I had previously were related specifically to the video / problem. So I say, John thinks views will go down a bit, which I agree with personally, and so does Ace. Poke Lover, or Pole Lover even, yep, Pole Lover is a bit less subtle and just says it's fucking sucky, get it out of here. Something tells me he's not going to be the only one that says that or thinks that, for that matter, because obviously on YouTube it's not known for the masses of subtlety, and most times YouTube changes things. Actually, if you think about it, people don't tend to like it, and some of that is just because people hate change, and trying to understand new things scares them, and it's too much effort, and they hate anything, and you know, they're the people that want to be a caveman and live in the countryside and not know anybody and be scared by things like fire. But yeah, it's sometimes they have some logic behind the, you know, there's the mentality of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now I am an advocate of that usually, and it's true in this case. I mean, what was wrong with the subscriber module? That box shape where you had your 12 or however many videos you customized it to. I had it as 12. The 12 most recent videos that the people you are subscribed to have uploaded in order of when they uploaded it based upon time, and you watched your video, and then you could have the setting where when you'd watched it, it disappeared, so then the next oldest one that had been uploaded that you hadn't watched came up, so you could watch that too. I don't know what was wrong with that system, but they clearly didn't want it as much as this, where they've turned it into a live feed, which, as I've been banging on for the past 5 minutes or however knows how long, I don't have a timer, that really I don't think it's particularly brilliant. I mean, what I'm potentially thinking is that maybe they've done it like this in such a way that they can fit more advertising on, but even that doesn't really work because of how big the feed is. I mean, if the feed was, say, half the size, and say it was, you know, potentially as wide as the search bar, you could probably fit twice as many adverts along the side. I mean, along here you can only get one column of adverts, but I bet you could get double at least if they made it a more appropriate size. But yeah, overall not too impressed. I suspect though that YouTube will not listen to, even if me and thousands of others said it, they wouldn't listen, because we're not partners, so we're not that important, relatively speaking, and what we think as a result isn't that important. Maybe if all the partners say, hang on YouTube, this is shit, we need to change it, they might listen. You can only hope if you are one of those people like me that really isn't particularly keen on it, but no doubt if they do change it back, they'll give you a bit of a warning in advance. It's like how I found out that groups were closing before they closed, and I put a video up on that as well. So yeah, I think I'll leave you with that, because I don't think there's anything else to say without me repeating myself. So I appreciate you watching the video. Do all that positive bullshit. We've had the Mr. Thumbs Down man return again, which I'm not massively fussed about, but it's always noticeable. So let's see people put a good effort in. Please give me a good name, and I shall leave you with that. I hope you have found this video at least interesting, if not useful, and I shall speak to you God knows when. Talk to you later, maybe.